Hello, it's Criminally Stupid, and we're back for another episode of Kyra and myself laughing at stupid fucking pedophiles. It's our favorite pastime. We're never going to stop doing it, even though there might be, 3-month gaps in between each episode. When it's still our favorite pastime, and we're going to get back into it. Kaya, you are the one that prepared this week's episode, which was very much appreciated from myself. So first of all, thank you for doing that. Who do we have this week?
Prepared is a strong word for just copy pasting some stuff, but thank you. We have Paul Constantinescu or Constantinesque. I don't know how to say these words.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try. Actually, I will try. Paul Constantine. No, immediately fucked it. It's tin. Paul Constantinesque.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Lady Dimitrescu, but a pedophile, and he doesn't have huge tits. Or maybe he does, but
we don't know if she could have been a pedophile too. We don't know for sure yet.
That's true. She was huge. So I mean, compared to her, isn't everyone kind of looking like a child?
yeah. That's how that works. Anyone who's small is a child.
I've long since argued it
entirely on height.
If you fuck Peter Dinklage, you're a pedo.
But that means what? Can we follow that that thought process to its logical conclusion? That means that the only people that Peter Dinklage can fuck are children.
Oh no!
Or I guess other dwarfs. Yeah, that's the issue of using height as a scientific method for determining. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I think fucked up people shouldn't be allowed to fuck at all. Just to be on the safe side. Sorry, just not in the cards.
Yeah.
You don't get to have sex, but you can dress up as an Oompa Loompa and make a good living, so. All right, anyway, Paul Constantinesque. His username is producer Paul 2001, and we'll get to why it's producer Paul. And his ASL, age, sex, location is that he's 40 at the time that this was recorded in actually Hollywood, California, To Catch a Predator.
So wait, he's 40 now or 40 then?
Oh, he was 40 then. He was born in 1965 in Cleveland, Ohio.
Wow.
Okay, so he was 40 at the time, which would make him 60-ish today, roughly. Male,
He's
obviously.
on the older side for the Predators that show up on the show so far. I feel like they're mostly in their 30s to the late 20s from what I've remembered. There's definitely older ones that do show up. But yeah, I feel like the thing is most of the people using the internet at the time were probably in their 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Oh,
so
certainly.
that's probably why there aren't a bunch of 60-year-olds showing up. They do, but yeah, it's definitely mostly 30-year-olds, I think. This is on the older side of what I've seen so far.
Probably, yeah. So he was washed up back in 2005 looking for child pussy. Anyway, sliminess rating is relatively high for a chatlog that I thought wasn't too long. 4.11 with 38 votes. So a lot of people think he's quite slimy, not a 5, but over a 4. Type, he's been described as a fast mover. His affinity is music. He's weak against 13-year-olds.
What is this, Pokemon? What is this, Pokemon? This is actually you've actually turned it into an RPG or something.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't make the graph, but. And our decoy is Danny Darlin, 92, which again in 2005 would have made her 13. His weakness.
Yep.
So from the TCAP wiki, we have a little bit of info. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save some of that for later. How about we just get straight to the log? And then I can give you some of the info, some of the fun stuff that people have found about him on the internet.
You've cut the best parts of the chat log here? Or is this the entire chat log? Because you said it was short.
It's not the entirety of it, but I just removed a couple of lines that were just them having a misunderstanding. Gotcha. It's not particularly long, I don't think. Just spaced out a bunch, but anyway, who do you want to be? Do you want to be a little girl or the child molester?
I'll be the little girl.
What a choice. All right, I'll be producer Paul. Again, fast mover. This is all happening in the same day, apparently. And you will be Danny Darlin. I'm producer Paul 2001, A Space Odyssey, and I say, hi. You want to see my cam?
Well, not really, lol. ASL? Wow, so he got rejected immediately.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he goes, Lol, why not? 24. Can I excite you?
Immediately lies about his age by 16 years.
Yeah.
That's not the predators that I've seen lying about their age. Yeah,
he does not look 24 at all, by the way.
No.
He has long hair.
Like a greasy rat.
Yeah. He looks like if Marilyn Manson gained like 50 pounds and got older, wiped off all the makeup. And he has like a palm tree instead of a shirt button, it looks like. I don't know. Anyway, he doesn't look good.
Just Paul. He's a goofy guy.
Yeah,
but all the people lying about their ages on TCAP are usually they do this weird thing where they lie about their age by like 1 year for some reason, especially to Chris. They like try to like make it less worse by removing a year, even though it doesn't matter. Like that doesn't determine the severity of the crime.
Yeah, it's the child's age, not yours, unless you're like literally within a year of her to qualify for Romeo and Juliet laws. It doesn't matter if you're 37 or 57. No, they just want to lie to the child because they know, well, even 24 is obviously way too old for a 13-year-old, but they're like, it's not quite as bad.
Like, yeah, well, to the child, it's less intimidating than a 40-year-old man with a,
well, 24
wife and family, probably.
24 is like, oh man, cool. You have your own place and your own car, and you're like, you get to live alone. But when they're 40,
it's
go
like surfing every weekend.
Yeah, it's like 24, you have your own place, and at 40, it's like you live alone. At 40, are you divorced?
Loser. Even a 13-year-old knows that.
It's like the opposite. There's like a Goldilocks zone of when it is cool to be on your own.
What's the Goldilocks zone of when it's cool to be a pedophile? It's at 24, apparently.
When you're a child yourself, I don't know. Can I excite you?
Because I don't even know you, lol. I'm 13, female, Riverside. Where are you from?
Not yet. Hollywood. You have a pic?
No, do you?
You're young. No, Cam, are you horny?
Well, I don't know.
You are, aren't you?
No, he said you aren't.
Oh, no, it says you are, aren't you?
You are. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he spells like an idiot like all of them.
Well, not yet.
I am. Okay.
That's an exceptionally long. He's rubbing his nipples while he said that.
Yeah, seriously. Maybe we can change that. What are you wearing this morning? Are you hot looking?
Camo shorts and a tank.
Or military?
Yeah, hot.
Mid boot camp.
Just the lamest fucking answer.
There's nothing sexier than a guy going,
Yeah, really. At least throw in an H or something.
It's just dumb.
I'm 5'2", longish brown hair, green eyes. You?
Are you a virgin?
Lol, mostly.
Just the tip.
I'm 6 foot, brown hair, 165 pounds.
Ooh, tall.
Have you ever done otal?
The fuck is otal? Otal?
Oral.
Oh, right. I thought this was a brand new pedophile move.
Yeah, he's smooth.
I kind of tried once, but I don't think you liked it.
What did you do? Chomp on his cock? Why would a guy not like? I'm trying to think of a situation where a guy wouldn't like a blowjob.
You wouldn't want an amateur blowjob.
Yeah, I mean, it's
everyone has to learn at some point. And this is why you shouldn't fuck 13-year-olds. Do you masturbate often? Why didn't you like it?
Not lots, but sometimes. I thought it was okay, but he didn't really look like he did.
I wish you were here so I could go down on you and suck on your pussy lips.
Okay, that's a 5 out of the sliminess for me. Suck on your pussy lips. What the fuck?
And every time before, by the way, like no photos have been sent, anything.
Pussy.
All he knows is, what does she say? 13 Riverside. That's all he knows about this girl. Oh, and she's also wearing camo shorts and a tank top. And that's all he needed
That's
to
enough
go.
for him to want to suck on her pussy lips.
Yeah, pussy lips. Mm.
Puss.
And
You wish what?
I was there with you so I could eat you out.
Ooh, lol.
Take your shorts off for me, okay?
Why?
I want to rub your pussy for me,
Is he a
okay?
snake?
Yeah, I don't know. He's
All
like
these
the fucking
mms
snake.
and these puss.
It's like fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, he
Talking to the
knows how
fucking
to speak
snake on the
parcel
desk.
tongue.
Yeah.
No, I don't cyber. Sorry.
The decoy isn't interested in at all, by the way. There's like nothing going on here. I don't know if they were having a busy day and they just didn't need another guy or what's going on,
Yeah.
but she is not into it whatsoever. I don't cyber, sorry. Let's have phone sex. Want to call me?
What's your hashtag?
Hashtag fuck you. You want to? And then they edit out the phone number, unfortunately. Are you hot now? And he's
What do you mean,
asking this after the
unfortunately?
yeah, the phone number, like, did these 10 digits make you hot, maybe?
Yeah.
Are you hot now?
Do you like numbers?
Mm.
I don't know. I like doing stuff for real, not just like talking.
Ooh, she's daring him. I'm logging on. Oh, okay. These little dividers are where I cut stuff out. Then they continue. I'm logging off to get your call. Okay.
Hang on.
Okay. Hang on. 4.
Can we just talk and then come back? I don't really want to cyber on the phone.
I want to get off with you. Please. Call me, Kay.
So, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just to say hi. What's your name?
And then 12 minutes later, lol.
This is going to be the predator. This is what we're calling this one.
What's
Predator.
your address? You said I'll be the boss when I get there. Lol.
He's even lolling.
Yeah, it's a special lol.
Lol. How long is it going to take you?
1 hour.
Yeah, you like being the boss.
That's almost porn like bait. Yeah,
Yeah.
big boy, you like being the boss? No 13-year-old talks like that. Lol, so my wish is your command.
Yeah, you know what to do, right?
Why did she turn it all pornographic within like 12 minutes? What happened?
Well, maybe the decoy's like supervisor was looking over her shoulder. Like, hey, try harder. We're trying to get alcohol and cigarettes delivered here. Yes. Should I bring condoms?
Condoms.
Yeah, I don't want to get preggers. Lol.
I always love how like they misspell every word. They don't know how to spell vagina, anal, condom,
Condoms.
condoms. It's always like they don't know how to spell pregnant or anything really. He replies with lol. Okay. How do I get there?
Hey, did you add me?
Yes. I'll teach you everything, okay, baby?
Like, what else?
Tell me how to get there so I can leave now.
Well, what are you going to show me, lol?
All positions and technique.
Smiley face.
Okay.
Okay, good girl. It's like, how would you even show
Okay.
all positions and all techniques in one going? That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, what is it? Cirque du Soleil or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying.
Also,
Oh.
this is within 30 minutes, right, of the conversation starting. So he is a fast mover. If they're talking about already meeting up.
Yeah. Let's see. When did we start? Yeah, at 2 p.m. He starts, and then at 2:30 he's already ready to show her all the positions.
Okay, are you leaving now?
Yes. What are you going to be wearing when I get there?
Camo shorts and a hoodie, probably.
Okay.
Well, she's
Are
got-
you?
She's only got camo shorts. That's the only option.
She's just putting on a hoodie.
Was it?
Are you nice looking? Just wondering. He doesn't
Yeah,
even know.
lol.
Are you- yeah, she has no clue what she looks like.
It's just a child. That's all he knows. Again, all he knows, child Riverside.
Yeah, do you think if he showed up and it was an enormous fat child, you think he would back out, or do you think it's still good enough for him?
Which pedophile was it who was like, "You're not black, are you?" Like somewhere randomly in the conversation. I still remember that guy. Like, "You're not fat, right?" I love it when they have standards. This guy doesn't at all. He's just like 13. Okay, that's good enough for me. That's my
his
criteria.
standard, yeah.
Yeah, lol. Wait, did you read this?
Okay, are you nice looking? Just wondering.
Oh wait, no,
That's
that's
me.
you.
Yeah, yeah, lol, are you?
Call me on my cell in 10 minutes, okay? Yes.
Hey, can you bring like mics or something?
Take a shot. What's Mike's?
Hard lemonade.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
It's like almost like they were sponsored by Mike's Hard Lemonade, like product
Yeah.
placements.
Weirdest sponsorship ever.
I know, but it's working. It's like I could go for a Mike's Hard Lemonade right now.
No, this is not the like, you know, connection that Mike's Hard Lemonade wants. Whenever you think of Mike's, think of pedophiles. Nah.
Climbing into
I think they've
child's bedroom, bring Mike's. Dell's favorite.
Yeah, I think they would have sued if they knew about this.
Wine's okay, right?
Of course, the guy that's like, constantly, it's like he's bringing wine to one of these instead of some cool liquor.
Yeah.
You want to bring wine?
Yes, okay. Yeah, for real, actually. Wine is like the worst thing to, like, for a young person in terms of alcohol. It's like the most awful garbage.
Well, not just that, it's the most pretentious one to bring to her. Like, what the fuck?
Is
You
it
bring wine to a
pretentious?
date rape?
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
wine is very
cheap
pretentious.
wine. I don't know. Bottom of the tier wine isn't like, I don't think anyone's pretentious about it.
I think it's pretentious.
But it's not like he's
He probably-
swishing the wine and,
He could be.
lol,
Yeah, that is him.
here.
That is him.
Well,
I could
guess
absolutely see him doing that.
Maybe I'm biased. I just
Yeah.
think wine is gross. Most of it.
Same, I hate wine.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Leaving now?
Yes, bye.
Bye.
Do you want to suck on me? By the way,
Yeah, he's
this is 20 seconds after they both said bye to each other.
Goodbye. Yeah, he couldn't help himself. I'm imagining he sat there in his like white tidy whities, you know, like white underwear with a
Like
glass of
wine
wine.
stains on
Shifting the wine around in his hand, going, "Do you want to suck on me?" As he takes a sip.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Fucking.
Lol. Yeah.
Lol, good girl.
Hee.
Right when I walk in the door, lol.
Totally. Now go so you can get here.
Okay.
Bye.
She's like, bye for real this time. Okay, so half an hour later, exactly, he responds to her. They have like a back and forth of I cut it out, but it's like a lot of, hey, when are you coming? I'm coming. Are you coming? Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, when did you leave? I'm about to leave and I'm coming there. Are you coming here? Yeah, I'm coming. It was very repetitive. I cut that out, but half an hour into this, he suddenly says, hey, I forgot I have some friends coming over. I can't come over this afternoon, but let's plan something out for next week or something. I can get a motel room out there or whatever, but we must meet for your first lesson, okay, baby? Call me in a little bit on my cell. He doesn't get a response immediately, so he has to double text her. He goes, hey, it will be well worth the wait, I promise.
What the fuck? Okay. Wait, so you think he jerked off, came, and then realized like,
oh,
this
is
a bad
that what
idea,
that
so-
is? Oh, that makes sense.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because I was
Yeah,
wondering
I'm
too,
assuming-
because according to like I said, it was a boring part that I left out here, but it already sounded like he left. But you know how these fucking people are, they're kind of weird. Okay, your
Yeah, I
turn.
reckon he came and then
Yeah.
realized there was no point in going over.
Mm-hmm.
Save it. Okay. I'm gonna be thinking about you though.
Hey, baby, you there? This is 40 minutes later. I've been trying to locate your street
I thought you had friends coming over.
in the Thomas Bro map. I don't know what the fuck
Oh, I
that is.
see.
And I can't
Yeah.
find it. They just left.
They were there for an hour, so it took an hour for his refractory period to kick in, and
Yeah,
he's not so full again.
I didn't even think of your thing, of your explanation, which is he just got post-nut clarity and got bored of her for like half an hour. I was thinking he's lying to her, saying, hey, I'm busy actually, I can't come right now, while he's casing out the neighborhood. I was thinking maybe he's driving around, like looking for police cars or something, all nervous and shit.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like, oh shit,
Maybe.
should I do this? Should I do this? And then he just can't help it. You know, he's just so pent up. He's like, ah, fine, fuck it. What's
That's
your
all-
street?
That's almost too smart though for a pedophile like this.
I like
I feel like it is just the
how my stupid explanation is still too smart for it to be realistic.
well, none of the pedophiles do that. Weirdly enough, none of them seem to case out the joint first and then come back later.
few
or
have.
anything like that.
Well, they don't come back later, but
Oh.
a few have like driven around the block.
Oh yeah, they've
basically,
done
and
that, but then they've immediately parked straight away. and then
yeah, they
gone
still
in.
beeline.
I'm talking about like this guy making up the claim that like he's still at home. Meanwhile, he's
Yeah.
out there actually casing out the place.
Yeah.
Like that's the level of that's too smart.
He says, what's your address again? And then they exchange addresses, which Perverted Justice edits out. And then he says, call me in 5 minutes on my cell, okay?
Wait, why?
Because I just want to make sure I know where to go.
I thought you were coming at 8.
Besides, I love your sexy voice. And I am.
Ooh. Can you leave now?
Yeah, you want me to? I am so excited, aren't you?
Yeah, so you can be here at like 3:30 or 4.
That doesn't sound
Try
dismissive
to
at all.
schedule him in.
Yeah,
Just
seriously.
scheduling. It's like talking to a secretary.
It's like, yeah, you know when like at any business when the secretary has to talk to an old person on the phone. That's wonderful, Mrs. Johnson. Well, like 3:30 work for you? Okay, all right, I'll see you then. You know, like you have that put the
Yeah.
phone down voice in your tone.
Yeah.
If I leave now, can you call me on my cell in 5 minutes?
Yeah, if you're going to leave now.
Yes, I will. Okay. Call me in 5 minutes. Okay.
And that's the end.
And that's the end. Yeah. And then he's actually on his way, I think, in California to the decoy house. And we have that recording here. Let's see what sounds like in real life.
I hope he says that when he walks in.
Okay. This next guy's excuses are more common.
Did you bring one?
Yes. His screen name is Producer Paul 2001. He's Paul Constantine.
That's literally the first question that Dell yells from the back is, did you bring the wine? All right, fine.
What type? What's the market value?
It's not Mike's Hard Lemonade, but I'll settle. She's a seasoned drinker.
It'll be good wine.
Yeah.
Constantinescu, a guitar salesman.
Whoa, wait, what?
2001. He's Paul Constantinescu, a guitar salesman. He claims he's at the wrong address.
Constantinescu. Yeah. How the hell were we supposed to know that?
Constantinescu.
So is it Lady Dimitrescu? Anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know if they're from the same like Transylvanian castle.
This guy operates under pedo logic. A different kind of language.
Oh, yeah.
Andrews, I've never been out here.
This is the address that you were given. So you have wine, you have condoms, and you have a camera.
Yeah.
And his next excuse? He got her age wrong.
Well, I thought she was 24. That's why I came over. You know, my computer kind of flipped out, and I thought she said she was 24 because I was talking to a couple different people at the same time.
Perhaps his computer flipped out when he typed in his own age. He said he was 24. He's really 40. And as for the decoy, the chat log shows she told him she was 13.
I'll teach you everything, K-baby.
You know, I'm sorry, sir. I'm in the wrong place.
All positions and techniques.
Producer Paul 2001 leaves. And you know what happens next.
That is not cool.
Yeah.
He brought condoms? Yes, he did bring condoms and a camera for photography
He looks
taking.
very greasy.
He does look very greasy.
That's why I came.
He looks like that guy that didn't shower particularly well before his meeting. He does look 40. He shows up in his fucking leather coat. That probably impresses.
Look, he's like looking directly at the camera too.
Perhaps his computer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So his excuse is, well, I was talking to a couple different people at the same time. Was I sexting the 13-year-old? Gosh, jolly gee, Mr. Hansen. I was just meaning to flirt up the 24-year-old, yada yada. And turns out this guy's in a band. All right. I don't know if you heard about this. Yay, he's in a band. He's in a metal band called Saber. And I tracked down a super old fucking archive on a website called Metal Archives that actually looks like it's from the 90s, which is very endearing. They are formed in 1983 and only basically recorded for 2 years. And then they had to move away from each other and they broke up essentially. But I found a song of theirs on YouTube.
Oh wait! It looks like he was in the band with his brother too. In the members list, it looks like
yes, with his brother and his friends. Paul Constantinescu, Rick Constantinescu, Pates Polak, and Eric Reeves, all in the band. And here's one of their songs called "City of Flames." For your enjoyment.
Does it talk about pedophilia?
It's from 16 years ago, by the way. Uploaded 16 years ago. I don't hate it so far.
Huh?
I'll be honest, I like this way more than Thought Crime. I think this is pretty good.
Well, no, you can't do that.
What? I can't rank my pedo musicians?
No, I mean, you can't put Thought Crime that low on the list. That's art. It's
well,
so
I mean,
perfect.
can't really not put it that low on the list. I don't remember any other musician pedos we've had. Chad is saying, I hate that it's not bad.
It's not bad, yeah.
It is not. I mean, this guy actually, like, they had potential. This could have gone someplace. Unfortunately, you know, they had to break up, and then Paul here had to dip his hands in the fucking child honey jar. And if you go into the comment section, there is a comment from Patrick Hayes. There's someone claiming to be him from 3 years ago saying, I'm the guitarist from the Cleveland band Saber. Cleveland, Ohio, so it's them. This is not our logo. He's saying someone used the wrong band's logo on the YouTube. But it is their song. The band that bootlegged our writing should be ashamed to write their own music. It all came out in the wash anyway. Say what you want about our band. Paul is one badass musician, and despite what happened, he's a monster on bass. I like this. His bandmates, like 13 fucking years later, after the song comes out,
Still defending him.
yeah, I know. What a friends till the end, I guess. That's loyalty right there.
Maybe he's just saying like, yeah, Paul sucks, but at least he's good at guitar.
That's at least something. Or maybe this is Paul on Patrick's account. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, so I was thinking this when you said this before, but Mallard in the chat, articulated my thoughts pretty well here when he says it's good that they didn't get big. If they were famous, he would have had easier access to kids. That's what I was thinking. Imagine if this band was like actually touring and stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah, this guy would have 100% been one of those band guys who just talks to a like single mom and she just gives him free access to her toddler. Like, oh my God, Paul, woo! Oh, you want to have sex with my baby? Yeah, go ahead, woo!
What an honor.
Yeah, 100%. Unfortunately, it just didn't pan out for him. Now, would you like to read the aftermath?
Yeah. Weird, I thought I just heard something break in my room, but I can't see it. Anyway, aftermath. Okay, it's the spirit of Paul. Is he still alive?
He is, as far as I know, yeah.
Okay. So, aftermath. Paul's brother shut down his business and relocated to Tennessee. Stratton, who was Stratton?
Stratton, what the fuck? Oh, god damn it, I forgot about the whole human trafficking allegations.
What?
Okay, sorry, I must have skipped over this while I was copy-pasting the aftermath thing. All right,
What? Human trafficking allegations? How do you forget that?
Well, you know when you scroll and you accidentally skip a paragraph? I must have skipped the whole human trafficking thing.
You skipped the whole fucking element here. That
it's okay, it's okay.
And now it feels...
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Let me see. In 2011... Oh, okay, so this is after, first of all. Okay, fuck it, let's read it. In 2011, Paul met an actress named Satara Stratton. Stratton was born in Tennessee in 1987, so she's like 20 years younger than him. Over 20 years. She went by Satara Silver, graduated from New York Theater Program in 2005 at the age of 18, relocated. She was featured in several independent and smaller budget movies, blah, blah, blah. The two met while Stratton was working on a movie shoot, and Paul was a crew member. So, by the way, he had work, you know? In 2011, Stratton's mother called and requested that she go see her grandmother. Let me pause the song here. I know it's really, really good and everyone wants to hear it, but... who was getting ill. Stratton was never seen or heard from again after failing to reach her grandmother's house. Later, when she couldn't reach her, her mother reported her missing to the Los Angeles Police Department. Although Stratton was registered as a voluntarily missing adult, because they just assume, runaway girl.
Yeah,
she basically the default assumption is like, 18-year-old missing. Yeah, the bitch is doing drugs in some dude's house. Her mother believed she had been kidnapped and was being imprisoned by Paul. Now.
Wait, why Paul? Just because he was on the same set?
I mean, I assume they were talking behind the scenes and her mom knew. It is believable. He definitely looks like the type, who would take advantage of like a wayward daughter. Being the last person to have seen Stratton alive, Paul was wanted by the authorities for questioning but wasn't charged with anything. Would you like to read the next paragraph?
Yeah, Paul kidnapped Stratton 4 times. What?
Well, there you go. That's why she suspected him.
Wait, so this was before that?
Yeah, yes, I believe so.
All right, Paul kidnapped... How do you get kidnapped 4 times by the same person?
Well, it's kind of difficult, Jackson, I mean, if you don't know anything about tying ropes, they get away from you.
Paul kidnapped Stratton 4 times and conspired with others to drug her. So he's like, he was in some kind of cult. Sexually assault her and hold her captive. In one instance, Stratton's family put her in a rehab facility. Paul removed her from the rehab facility. We had power of attorney?
Good point. How does that work?
Surely not. Paul removed her from the rehab facility and took her for 4.5 days. Friends helped her get back. Friends helped her get back and checked her into another hospital. Paul eventually found her again, and that time she was imprisoned in his residence in Los Angeles for 4.5 months. Jesus. Paul lived in the back apartment of a business called Hollywood Rubber Stamp Company, a company his brother owned. He would be frequently sexually assaulted by several men, including Paul, forced to hide in a hole in the wall while receiving heroin injections and subjected to physical violence, while allegations of her being trafficked for sex in South Korea circulated. What the fuck did I just read, Kaya? The two... What? This is so wild.
The lore just jumped.
Yeah, this went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, I know. And what's weird is that the perverted justice doesn't even mention this at all in their logs anywhere that I could see.
Yeah.
But the 4.11 now seems slightly low.
Yeah.
In my humble
Well, so he was he found guilty for this specifically?
Well, keep reading.
Okay. The two were frequently running out of money and were bouncing among motels when Stratton finally persuaded Paul to allow her to go to the hospital under increasing pressure from the cops finding out about her disappearance. On March 15, 2012, Stratton was discovered alive in Beverly Hills Cedar's Sinai Medical Center, where she was receiving treatment for several wounds. She had hair that had been ripped from her skull in clumps, cigarette burns on her arms and shins, and scars on her arms that appeared to be the result of fingernails being dug into them. Paul was held without bail in the Los Angeles Metro Jail on March 21st, 2012, on suspicion of a drug offense and violating his probation. And although Stratton's disappearance was investigated by authorities for probable foul play and strange conditions, Paul was not criminally charged. Eventually, Paul returned to Ohio after evading his sex offender registration. Dude, what the fuck? So he didn't get any kind of repercussions.
No, that's the crazy part. They literally just thought, oh, well, 18 years old, missing, druggy, whore. She probably asked for it, in and out of mental hospitals. And every time she was in a fucking rehab facility or the hospital, this guy just broke in like the Joker to bust her out of it, to be his personal little sex slave cigarette ashtray. Okay, now we can actually read the aftermath here.
Aftermath?
If you want to take it. First paragraph is fine.
Okay. Not the one in the document. You want me to read that specifically?
Yeah, this is the one in the document. It's the same.
Oh, okay. All right. So Paul's brother shut down his business and relocated to Tennessee. Stratton was never able to recover from her drug addiction and died on, that's sad, on February 4th, 2017 at the age of 29 from an overdose. Paul has eluded capture in Ohio. What is he, fucking Bigfoot? How can you not find this guy? What do you mean evaded capture?
I don't know.
And is still wanted by the Riverside County Sheriff's Office. He would eventually be found and ordered to register again. And in January 2023, Paul moved out of California and is now a registered sex offender in Florida.
Yay! So he's registered now. One of his ex-bandmates called into somebody else's show, Joey's Teacup, apparently, and said the same thing that Paul said, saying, hey, the chat logs are fake, and he didn't know who he was talking to. It's all a bunch of fake shit, but yeah, he shouldn't have taken advantage of that girl. And apparently they also thought that he has nothing to say to Chris Hansen on Chris Hansen's show. And that is it. That is the story of Paul Constantinescu. Oh, yeah, I didn't fuck it up.
So wait, those allegations, he definitely did that shit?
I don't think he's contesting it, yeah. I don't think any of them are. So now in retrospect, let's read that
5
comment. Say what you want about our band. Paul is one badass musician. And despite what happens, he's a monster on bass.
Yeah, that's all that matters, bro.
You want people to disavow me because I say the word retard on the internet. Incredible. This guy has more loyal friends around him.
All right, that's gonna
Okay.
do it for this episode of Criminally Stupid. That's a pretty real real predator right there. If he's sex trafficking people essentially and kidnapping them, and she was like, Stratton would have been what, like 21, so she would have been much younger than him at the time as well. He would have been like 50s if he was 40 at the time of TCAP.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if this 13-year-old decoy was real, he would have been sex trafficking her too, very obviously, making her disappear in a hole in the wall with heroin needles. Luckily, he seems to be a sad sack, not getting anything done.
Very, very. You know what this does? This makes the wine even stranger. This guy was a heroin guy, and he was drinking wine. That can't be that common, right? Do I just have a misconception about wine that only classy people drink wine?
Yes. Wine isn't it's not an expensive, like, rich man's drug. What are you talking about? You can get wine in a box.
Yeah, that's
in
good.
movies, but this isn't Hannibal Lecter. Think like wino hobos on the side of the street.
I mean, this is literally Hannibal Lecter. It sounds like he does sound like an unhinged individual. Maybe not Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, obviously not Hannibal Lecter. I don't remember Lecter just like going after children.
Yeah, online going, can I taste your flesh?
Ew.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh well. His band is still out there.
Pussy.
Ew.
Huh?
His band is still out there. At least songs on YouTube that you can find called Saber. What is it called again? Song City of Flames. You can check it out for yourselves if you liked his music. He doesn't get any penny from it.
Let's not promo them.
Well, I feel confident because I don't think it's in any way monetized or whatever. It's uploaded in 2008. I don't think they have any rights over any of it. Sounds like they just got together and then disbanded almost immediately. So that's lucky for us. If we do get a copyright strike, fuck you, Paul. You dick.
This just made me appreciate Thought Crime more, honestly.
Why?
Because that was funny. That one, the Thought Crime was funny. This one turned into sex trafficking and an actual victim.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Thought Crime,
died.
that guy also would have sex trafficked women if he could.
Yeah, I mean, he absolutely would have. Yeah. All right. Criminally Stupid. That guy was very criminally stupid, but very annoying how he somehow still has evaded the police and any kind of justice. So not cool.
Sex offender
Thanks,
registry.
Joe, for hanging out.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out.
I mean,
it has been a
he's
short
on the
one.
registry, right?
He is on the registry in Florida, yeah. Sorry it was a short one. We're trying to like cram these in before OP, but maybe we should just start earlier or maybe do it after so we can go longer with these. So there's no schedule.
I mean, we're out of content. We're out of content anyway, though. There's not much else to talk about with this guy. It seems like.
Yeah, but I mean, if we did have time, we could have made it a double header. But anyway, we'll keep doing these. Thanks for listening. There's more pedos. There's actually an infinite supply, thankfully. We will see you next time for
Bye.
Indigit, the next predator.
What?
Bye.
Are you casting a curse on me? What was that?
No, the next predator that you sent me in the Indigit.
Oh, it's his name.
It's
I
an
didn't look
Indian.
at the name. All right.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.